Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to your Christmas miracle reading. First and foremost, a very Merry Christmas to each one of you. Whether you celebrate it or not, Christmas is magical. It's that time of the year. And I absolutely love it. Everything about it. Now, in order to do this reading, I want you to understand that yes, you are to expect a miracle and you'd be surprised what it is. It's almost like major evil is being deflected. Okay? It's being taken out of your life. And that's the kind of evil you thought was something or someone you would collaborate with, build with, and all of that. The Christmas miracle is letting go. It's a very wild card energy because unseen forces are at play, and these forces are very draconic in nature, so they don't play about. Okay? You guys are here to do deep collective work. You're doing it every day of your life. And so far, there were, let's just say, shell figures who were feeding off of you for a while. And even that served a purpose because through these shell figures, you needed to figure something out. So there is major changes that are taking place in your life's plan. So it's very important that you remain flexible. There's this touch of destiny, and also this is an interdimensional shift. It's you are this galactic surfer. That is the role you're coming into. And I've been talking a lot about individuation lately. And if you understand anything about the very famous term from the DSM-5 that is overused nowadays, the NPD, yeah, and ASPD too, all of that, right? You will understand these energies in a very different way down the line. And it has a lot to do with your twin journey too. So when you think about narcissists, who are they? They're not never able to individuate, right? Then they have not achieved that separation from their mother figure. It's an overactive energy of the dark mother smothering. And a lot of your twins have narcissistic parental figures, lineage, bloodline, ancestors. It's usually, oftentimes, they're men, but yeah, could also be women. And they are the ones who have to overcome the set limitations. And when we look at things from a very psychological point of view, it's like all odds are against them, isn't it? You can have an understanding, you can have a space for them, but around this period, the miracle is so that cord that was always pulling on your energy, that is being cut. So even if there is this recognition of a twin energy, there is liberation that is taking place. Because if you're here and you're listening to this reading, your Christmas miracle is universal movement, freedom of movement. And your journey will not be limited according to what is going on in your twin's life. Not anymore. You are crossing that threshold. It's almost like you'll be surprised how it happens. Some of you, don't freak out if you cannot understand this energy. If this does not resonate, please switch off, don't watch, okay? I do not intend to scare you. I do not intend to blindside you in any way or induce any kind of anxiety, okay? I just have this message and someone needs to hear this. Because I feel like you'll be relieved when this is revealed to you. You already have inklings, you already know certain things, right? All right. I'm just going to read out from the Mayan book. So you are recognizing a greater pattern. Expect a miracle, unexpected change, open system, access to open system that is intergalactic in nature. And also some of you, I'm also going to put this out for you. There is negative 80 influence when it comes to some of your twins. And you are being guided to stop interfering. I mean, it's time. You've done enough. No more. Okay? No more. Whatever is resisting change is unexamined or is stationary, it is being catalyzed into movement. Something unexpected is coming. Something that may dramatically change the course of your life. Move through identifications of ego self into open consciousness, where you do not rely on anyone outside of you. And it's none of your concern what happens to your twin. I got a lot of downloads, many. I need to sit and confirm, and then only I'm going to share those. Right now, I'm just going to do this open-ended reading. Look at that Wheel of Fortune, Raphael. Oh, look at that Samael. God has healed. The severity of God. Yeah, this is the split. Look at that, the Magician. Are you seeing the difference? This is the energy. I haven't yet pulled cards. I'm going to put it back in. But yeah, this is you. Comfortable with your wings. Standing with your staff. And this is your twin. escaping, also kind of ashamed. I didn't even realize when I put it upside down. And no, I did not plan this. I just pre-shuffled, and kept it here. So, again, nothing is a coincidence. You guys have done something where this is going to be a very decisive moment for your person. I'm not even sure if I should be calling them your person anymore. Because seriously, the downloads I've been getting, it is insane. All right. Olin, the Mayan goddess of movement, asks you to surrender to the perfection of the larger pattern of your essence self. From the perspective of surrender and trust, what movement is being called for now? Pay attention to synchronicities and seeming coincidence that jump into your awareness. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing. This is a radical frequency phase shift. Radical. Kind of makes sense with the incoming Pluto transit. And also Jupiter station on the very 1st of January. This full moon, it's a full circle moment at a collective level. It's tomorrow. We're almost there. All right. This frequency that you're coming into, it is offering you limitless new openings. That is at your level, where you don't have to stoop down too much frequency because it's exhausting. Some of you, you're not supposed to. It's time to embody your king energy. And because the NPD stuff came up, a lot of people think that narcissists have big egos and stuff like that. That's absolutely wrong. They don't have any defined ego. That's why they need the supply. That's why they need others to mimic and take on their personality, to present it as their own and whatnot. There is no ego. Even if it is present, it is distorted, it's never defined. You can understand it as a very malefic, very combust, and a fallen sun, in astrology, that sort of energy. Okay, so yeah. Just again, look into the aspect, the connection that exists between this person and their parental figure, most likely mother figure. Okay. So, limitless openings, right? Now you're becoming a Skywalker. So it's time to be open, flexible. It's time to allow change and allowing changing reference points to become dynamic allies. That is related to the 144K. Okay, and we often correlated to the twins, right? I'll tell you in another video. I'll make a whole different one. Okay, open to the workings of destiny offered by universal movement. It's time. It's time, like you're on your own and you're in charge of your own being, and that is it. No more suffering, no more obsessing, no more being defined by temptation, no more instant gratification or that short lived feeling of safety and security. None of that. The dragon is not going to allow that. None of that. And also with the dragon energy, you guys, the shifts that you're going through at the deep cellular level, all of this is not just some, woo talk. You'll see the result. And some of you, you're definitely headed toward union, because whatever I'm talking about, it was observed and dealt with. Because you allowed the other person to figure what's what. It's a slippery slope, especially with this guy here. Very slippery. That is why many of you, especially if you are like, you are fixers. I think you're gonna fix. No. No. Also, I do not believe in this whole narcissist and empath dynamic where one is the devil and the other is an angel. It's never that simple. This journey is deeply layered and painful. There's a lot of suffering on both the ends, even the narcissist. Yep, a lot of suffering. So, yes, be on the alert for a miracle. So, whatever you've been feeding positive energy toward the realization of your dreams and vision is being actualized in receiving this miracle. And some of you, you've been putting all that positive energy, you've been reflecting it onto your twin. So even that can be actualized. But now, around this time, through this reading, I'm here to tell you, disconnect. That's what the dragons want you to do. You've done enough. You've played your role perfectly. And hence, the wheel is here for you. And it's also about divine timing. End of karma. And you see how I placed it. This is what is going, this is what is coming in. And it's working out for both of you. Just send love, a lot of love, through distance. That's it. So this is coming together of the quantum potential of a miracle into realization and fulfillment. Now it's going to look different for each one of you, okay? But regardless, it's a miracle. All right, let's get some cards. Which one? Yeah, right. Tarot. Let's do tarot. Then I'm going to pull some oracles. So I'm going to pull 3 cards since miracles come in 3s. Queen of Swords. Huh. Speaking upon Libra energy earlier. Hierophant. Two of Swords. Perfect. See, it says breaking the circle. This is coming in for your blessing position. And it was all about the lesson. What did you learn? Do you know better now? I think most of you do. You have recognized the Five of Swords. It says God, the highest being, desire to know. The acquisition of wisdom. And that's exactly what is happening with this miracle. And with the two here and the swords energy, and the major is hemmed by this energy, right? This mental energy. So, wow, this is deep. So look, this is what is happening. You're saying no more. You're saying no. And choosing you. So this is again major shift, and this is quantum shift. You've done something to accelerate this process. Something. Okay? It's like you went in, it was a big risk, and you're like, this is going to be it. I'm either going to choose this way or that way. And that's what is happening with this miracle for you. And trust me, even if it doesn't sound like a miracle, you'd look back onto this time and you'll have nothing but gratitude. I can promise you that. It says ritual and ceremony can acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. This is what is happening for you. God, the hope of all the earth. No more playing it small. No more of that. It says 11. 38 is 11. This is why it's happening. The merciful God. Mercy is being shown to you, and look at that twin energy. Now there are three. It's not okay. This is the coming together of opposing forces. And you have multiple perspectives. You can look at one thing and figure out how, let's just say, how a right winger is going to look at it, how a left winger is going to look at it, and how a center winger will look at it. Yes, it's like deep wisdom. It says divine forgiveness, obtains friendship and favors of the great, secures promises. This is exactly what is happening. And with the 9, it's also giving me hermit energy, which is again of deep introspection, okay? So whatever this is for you, apply it as you see fit. But this revelation, this shift, this major change that is here, this is bringing you to a deeper level of individuation within your own divine masculine and feminine energy, okay? And I feel like when I look at how energy works, it is exactly going to do that for your person, okay? Regardless of where they are at. But what I'm going to tell you is this is end of karmic cycles. No more of being a hamster on a wheel. God, Lord of all virtues. And that's a 1, you guys. How is it a blessing? 1. 37 is a 1. It says breaking the circle, lifts opposing barriers, brings victory. Are you seeing the 2 swords here? It's like already been there, done that. I'm here, and with her wings, it's always like a butterfly, right? And what is a butterfly? It's all about that. transformation. You guys were on a journey, and this could be somewhat of like, let's just say, a connection with your person. Okay, so you can think of it as a closure of that negative loop that you were stuck in for a while. I would say quite a while, years are most likely, of course, years. Yeah, years, almost 5 years. That negative loop is done, dusted. That is why some of you must have noticed your astral world was getting weirder. Lately, that's going to subside. Let's get some oracles. Look at that, just flipped. Well, I'm gonna take it. Happiness gateway. Do you see with the one individual energy, you had the unicorn here? Solitude. We did see the 9 here with the hermit. Let's see what the book says. I'm gonna read gateway first. It says Enchanted Valley. It says there are places on the planet where the veil between the physical realms and the mystical dimensions is especially thin. Now, these places are called portals, vortexes, or spirit gateways. And we are doing a Christmas miracle reading. You are inside the gateway. So these places are unique, okay? So where things are beyond ordinary reality. So mystics, visionaries, and shamans can traverse this realm and the next through these places. Some of you are grid workers. You're coming into your grid working role. It's safe for you now. And you'll be shown the way how to do it. Because grid working, yeah, it's kind of like a very Indiana Jonesy kind of work. Adventure, yeah, but a lot of risks, and the risk is unseen. It's mostly supernatural. In Celtic traditions, the Wee folk, fairies, and elves easily move through these portals and have access to these magical places. The Enchanted Valley is the place where these portals often appear. I think, and you guys have access to a portal in your energy field. Wires are crossing to the higher gateways. Definitely. Some of you, the miracle is your imposter syndrome is taking itself out, like the trash it is. Yeah. You'll be more confident in your role. No one can make you second guess yourself ever again. Empowered energy, especially with the unicorn there. That is very much connected to the Aquarius energy. And this gateway is, consider it active. It's already there. Some of you have access. Many of you, little bit of work, and then that's where you're headed. And I feel like Pluto, oh my god, Pluto transit is going to be groundbreaking. I cannot even explain how I feel when this message hits me. Every time it's like intense. It's like, you will see. It's like somebody telling me, just tell them. It's going to be great. Okay? Okay, magic is afoot. Wondrous events are unfolding. Profound revelations. Inner illuminations. This is inner illumination, which is connected to your own being. why you do the things you do, why you've been doing the things that you've been doing, and how everything served a purpose. So no victim consciousness, none of that. And also this is realization as to whatever your person was dealing with, is dealing with, or has to deal with. But it's like you're removing yourself from that equation. It's like, okay, all right. I have a theory. I'm yet to check it, but I'm going to tell you guys what I think about how one twin. Yeah, well, we'll get into it later. Right now, just good stuff. Okay. It is now much easier to manifest your dreams because nobody is going to speak ill on your dreams, make you feel a certain way, or I don't know. I feel like recently, if people were trying to do that, you have noticed that none of that matters and their opinions don't matter because your confidence is rooted in inner work. Again, this is not about grandiosity and all of that. No, this is recognizing and paying homage to your self-worth and as to how you did the work and how it was not easy, but it's time to just, I don't know, applaud yourself, pat yourself on the back, like on the back, like on a back. Pat yourself on the back. You've come a long way. So it says this is an excellent time to take action on your visions for your future. A small amount of action now will generate much bigger results. Gateways to spirit are opening, and there are places where the veil is especially thin. Fairies and elves are supporting you. Wonders are blossoming in your life. Watch for them. Open your heart to hallowed, holy, magical energy. Are you seeing the words holy, hallowed? Yeah, Silent Night is playing in my head now. And we have this very holy energy. The Hierophant is this divine energy, is kind of like this Godhead energy, where we do a lot to meet this Godhead energy within our own being, right? I feel like that is where you guys are headed. And yeah, some of you have a double mission and it moves parallel, in a parallel line. Two very separate things. But also this is polarity work. So kind of makes sense why the twin energy is so strong. I do see the twin imagery here. So yeah, open your heart to hallowed, holy, magical energy. The more you become aware of the small marvels in your life, the more they will grow in magnitude. It's also, I'm also getting a bit of like time to like, okay, when the Christmas festivities are over, you need to take out some time to recalibrate your energy field, something of that nature, where you need to be in your own space and on your own for a while, especially around that shift, the shift, right? When the year changes. And again, our perception of time is mechanical, but you know. All right, and also let's see happiness. This is also connected to the higher frequency that is coming in, that is already there. It is going to become a very everyday thing for you. So yeah, grounding is also very important. Shimmering sunshine. Our sun is at the center of a solar system. Our planet and our lives revolve around its cycles of light and dark. Are you seeing that polarity here? One, our inner and okay, why did I say one like that? Spirit is like, what is polarity? It's an illusion of separation. Our inner and outer biological rhythms, as well as the rhythms of our animate and inert part of life, are ruled by this celestial force. Now, in the far past, the sun has been thought of as a god. Traditionally, it has been associated with happiness, joy, hope. Well, the sun is also a stargate, a portal, if you may. Okay, enlightenment, illumination, truth, cheer, warmth, and goodwill. Additionally, sunlight is an expansive force. When something is heating up by the light of the sun, it enlarges. Without the energy of the sun, things contract. Okay, it's taking me back to the ego I talked about, right? And now that message is coming in. It's a tough one. I don't know how to say this. So, it's like, okay, some other time. So it says, let your light shine. Click your heels and shout for joy. The signs are with you. Abounding good luck awaits you. We did see the wheel. A gateway is opening for even more joy and happiness. So, and we have the gateway right here. Here's your miracle. Your life is expanding. Opportunities are emerging. I think the Jupiter station is also relevant here. Opportunities are emerging. This is the time to go forward with glee, love deeply and fully, embrace life with open arms. Goodness is flowing to you. The only thing to be aware of is to monitor your expansion in the metered way. Too much, too fast can be overwhelming. Ground, that's why ground. All right, let's get some starseed oracles. What do we need to know? Cool. Christmas miracle. 3 more. Called. Soul, gifts, and training. It's time to step up. I'm telling you guys. Your life is changing drastically. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Wow, intense. Weight of the word. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. That's what is happening. And that was a tough message that was coming in. I did not want to get into it. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Okay, you guys, who are you guys? You guys are very wise. That I can say for sure. And patient. Patience is your virtue. It's like you're in no rush. You let time reveal what's what. And it's because you have faith, you have deep faith. unconsciously you just know things will work out for you. And it took you a long time to figure all that out for yourself, to get to that point where you became somewhat comfortable. Three more. Wow. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Wow. And this is your Christmas miracle reading. Definitely connected to Christ consciousness. Look at that. Inner temple, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. And this card gives me Syrian energy, especially with the pyramid there and that central sun energy that I'm getting. Wow, you guys, beautiful cards. The Age of Light. I cannot make this up. This is your Aquarian energy. We did see the gateway here. Wow. Let's see. All right, let me just, yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so the breadth of the cosmos. It says when we rely only on our own will, we are micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We are not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We are rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. So, when we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. And this is very, very relevant to the twin journey. That's why we want to fix. We want to heal and share whatever it is that we know and stuff, right? And the universe allows us, kind of pities us, and lets us do it for a while until it's time up. And the miracle here is it's the last time you tried fixing. It is not your place to fix what you didn't break, and especially when it didn't ask you to fix it. Okay? Even if it did, even if it did ask, I don't know, especially in this case, you should know better. So there's a bit about emotions cannot overrule wisdom. So it says when you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life, and that is exactly what some of you're doing. So I don't remember if you guys remember. I did mention that yes, many of you are going to be in a physical union, those of you who are on the twin journey. But I also mentioned that many of you will recognize the connection but choose otherwise. And around this period, through this Christmas miracle, you have been shown something where, yeah, You'll choose what's the best for you. Okay, let's see. It says weight of the word. I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna read star bathing. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. And that is exactly what you realize. So letting it go. You don't need to carry it all. You are no good to anyone if you are running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the word. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the words problems on your shoulders, to put on your own oxygen mask first. Now, in these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion, and the card is basically thanking you for caring so much. And you know what this is connected to, right? It's the word affairs, and all of that is also your person, and multi-layered. Yeah, you want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing so is likely unsustainable. That is why the universe is like, okay, darling, you're fixed enough. And it's kind of just like picking you up from this point and putting you here. King Kong imagery is coming to mind. Yeah, like he kind of does that, right? But the way you have been doing so is, yeah, likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off to the words problems and become unconscious. No. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. Are you guys getting the hint here? Or do I have to be explicit about it? So the twins, right? There's this level of fragmentation, right? But the thing is, if you are doing this inner work, this spiritual work, and you are self-aware, and you don't run away from your problems, and you don't find justifications for your personal wrongdoings or whatever, or your weak moments or your dark moments, and you don't have a lot to prove to others, and you're authentic and you're answerable to God, and you always function through your personal moral code, and where your integrity is in place, you are not a user, abuser, and all of that crap, right? And you just essentially you move in light, right? And of course, it's not saying that we are all perfect. No, we can all have issues, but it's like the basics are in place. So then you don't have anything to worry about, basically. And you guys, you've been doing this work for a long, long time. So this is a major kind of shift. Again, it's draconic in nature. It is connected to the dragon lines because the dragon lines are being revived. The ancient dragon lines are being revived through your personal individuation. So the codes that are coming in for you, the higher activations that are coming in for you, it is, yes, it is about the collective and the shift that is taking place here on Mother Gaia, but it is also more so the focal point is you and also your personal ascension devoid of your twin. So this is like a promise of a very different level of individuation where you become whole at the soul level. And I'm not going to tell you how crazy this idea is because again, everything is functional, right, on this polarity axis. So what's happening on the other end, I'm gonna tap into that, but I can get certain ideas. That is why it's difficult for me to put this in word and also even talk about it because it's triggering. But of course, I will share. I will share. But yeah, many of you are headed toward union, and the way it will happen is crazy. It's like crazy, but also there will be cosmic rules in place and checkpoints in place where you will be tested, your person will be tested, and you both have to kind of like pass a few tests before that happens. So there's that kind of union, but some of you, the union for you is different. It's different because many of you, you're choosing to say no. Because you've been presented with a different choice in the higher astral plane. You've been given a passage. The soul has been given a passage. It's a promise of a different kind. I'm noticing the light here, how it's falling here. Mm. Uh, a lot is yet to be revealed here. Okay, let's see. So it says this planet needs you to be healthy both physically and emotionally. So when it comes to the twins, right? It's kind of like chicken fight. Trust me, it is. And you know what happens in a chicken fight? And it's not true for all the twins, but some are dealing with negative entities, negative ET beings. Also, they are on the dark triad. So that is connected to heavy transmutation. So the polarity is pronounced, duality persists. And in those cases, the light one is taken care of. And the dark one is taken care of in a different way, if you know what I mean, right? Yeah. So for them, it will be a test where it's all up to them what happens. And no, you cannot save or fix. So don't go rushing and be like, OMG, you really need to do better or else this is gonna happen to you. No. Okay, that is why I guess. Okay. It again says, what are you carrying that isn't even yours? Some of you, your perceived twin journey is not really that. Always check through numerology. And there are a lot of markings even when it comes to your birth chart. But yeah, that illusion is dissolving for many of you. And others, of course, you are on it. So it says, once you are in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the word, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again and next morning if you choose, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. Yeah, I feel like some of you, your twin is kind of like a sponge, and they're deeply invested in the 3D as well as the 4D matrix. And the dragons are employing you on a different task. And again, no hard fast rules, but follow your intuition. And this is all not a surprise. I don't think so it's a surprise for you. Also, that passage is not given to everyone. The soul passage that I talked about, yeah, that is at an intergalactic level. That is at the ultimate cosmic consciousness. At that level, that shift is taking place, where your fragmented being is going to be, a fragmented self is going to be retrieved, and your present being and your even your energy force field, it is going to expand. That is what that Jupiterian energy was all about. And because it showed up here as that solar energy, both Jupiter and solar power, they're very like expansive and light energy. And especially with Anna here, that is what is happening. That is the passage that is being given to you, where you will not experience a separation from your own being ever again. And I don't know how this retrieval is happening, but my guess is it could be a walk-in experience, most likely for your twin. So yeah, many of you're getting that part back. But of course, in the 3D, it can show up in so many different ways. And since this is showing up as the Christmas miracle, hopefully it's all going to be good. Yeah, it's all going to be good. You see how it's like there's something so wholesome about it. And the twins and the pillars, here. And then there's like this, it's like something is dissolving into one, two energies dissolving into one. So yeah, this is a lot about, yeah, it's sort of like prana energy, and there's something here. I cannot see it, but yeah, the other prana is coming in from there. There's the chi. Many of you could be working with the Reiki. And if you've had sessions, or your person, if they have had sessions, Reiki is doing its thing. And Reiki is very much connected to draconic energy. So yeah, the lightning bolts are in charge here. Well, okay. Let's see. Well, let's see in a temple. I'm kind of like spacey, and also I'm trying not to say certain things. So yeah, let's just. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart to incorporate true devotion into your life. You should be. You could be. Okay, that's a typo. You could be called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice. Kind of makes sense with that solitude energy showing up. And also the 9 here, because some of you, this is a lot of information coming in, also a lot of codes coming in. So a lot is going on physically, but there's a lot of mental work, mental energy here. So you are coming into a lot of knowledge. This could be one of those times where you go into a rabbit hole. But this is like a very accelerated kind of research, okay? It's like bam, 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 yeah, and everything kind of makes sense. That sort of energy. All the answers to all the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Yeah, kind of makes sense. If you're questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus toward devotion and this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. So it's time to commit to a daily devotional practice. So, you guys, prayer is going to be life changing around this time. It kind of makes sense with the heightened manifestation powers. Okay. All right. Last one, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, divine plan, seeding the light, laying foundations. Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundation for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. That is why the twin energy is here, because I do connect the 144K with the Christ energy, Christos. It's all about that. Christos, right? Within Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. Oh, my. Receptive. Yeah, you guys are receptive to the change. Wow. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being while knowing that they will not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Yeah, and I have mentioned this before. Many of us, we're doing that, right? Especially if you've crossed your second Saturn return, you're definitely in this role. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, yeah. She teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the word stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. And remember this when it comes to you and your twin. Because what passage they are being given, it's not known to you. But yeah, chicken fight. And this is a channel message and it's not for everyone, so don't freak out. I have the dual energy here. Some of you, you are choosing your ace. You have chosen your ace. Some of you, you have a choice. So even with the Two of Swords, it's like, please practice suspension of disbelief. Okay? As who said that? Coleridge. Oh, now I'm getting albatross. So it says, no part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender to our part of the plan. So that is happening regardless. That is why don't freak out. Again, I'm picking up on this energy. Some of you, you're like, let time do its thing, okay? Your only job here is not to be a fixer anymore. That's it. And focus on your miracle and be receptive and work on yourself, because if you are really on the twin journey, you know how it works, right? You just have to work on your energetics. Everything is coming to light, everything is being revealed in a beautiful way. Next year is going to be intense, especially if you're spiritually tapped in, you're tuned in, you will feel it before it happens. And also the intensity would be heightened. It already is, isn't it? You can feel the buildup in the air and all the solar flares and the shifts that are taking place. And there's a lot that is going on in the ocean. Okay, so the whole orca thing, right? The killer whale stuff that was going on, where they were like manic and angry. So the orcas are they're also connected to the process of individuation. Do you know how they look like? Black and white. It's that yin yang energy. So the shift, the imbalance, is about the imbalance that is present in the collective. It's like it is causing a rift, okay? And that's why nature acts out. It's like a ripple effect, it shows up here and there. And orcas are connected too. They want to be seen, they want their colors to be witnessed, and their aggression to be noticed. And that is also a voice, one of the voices, one of the many voices of Mother Earth. So the orcas are speaking up for Mother Earth. And through their very color, they are giving out this message. It's like a subtle message that you guys find that balance within your own being that is going to have that ripple effect in the collective, right? Where this individuation is achieved so that your everyday issues are taken care of. Because if you get into a lot of personality disorders, not just NPD, but many other, a lot circles back to the process of individuation and the lack of it, and how it causes coping mechanisms and other stuff to develop, which is again distortion of the psyche that also sometimes brings in a lot of other shifts which make these very sick people a portal, kind of like a portal for negative entities to act through them. Because understand, all these disorders, mental illnesses, we can vilify them, we can make them the villain and talk crap about them all we want, but you have to understand there is immense trauma, pain, suffering at the core of all this. And that's why they do what they do through whichever means. They split. Many of them, they split, they become a shell of a human being. And some of them, it's not even their fault, it's the bloodline they're working for. And those of you, your twin, if they're on this journey, just again, I'm going to say this, regardless of where you're at, just send immense love and healing to their way. That's it. Whenever they come, whenever there's a need to kind of like think, like, I don't know, whenever you're thinking about them, just make sure your thoughts are pure. And just because you are, there's a connection, there's a psychic connection between you. And it's counterintuitive to remain in a negative energy and to throw that energy toward your person just because they're not able to do the work in time or something of that nature, right? So No, you have to just choose you at every point. But when the connection shows up in your psyche, in your mind, in your heart, if it brings out negative emotions, disengage, ignore. But if there's a possibility that you can send love and healing, do that. Otherwise, detach. If you cannot do that, if your ego is too big for that, then disengage, detach. Okay? And again, just because I'm focusing on you trying to understand their, like if I'm talking about, like, how it's not easy for them, regardless of what role they play here, it doesn't mean that I'm telling you to go fix them again. Please don't. That's not going to help you or this person. Okay? All right. So it says many star seeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten, and all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. What did I say? I think initially I said, right, many of you being prepared for grid work. If you pull this card, you may be called to begin working with the stars and the crystalline grid of the earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. Again, my palm is itchy. And left one, you guys, left one. I realize I did not read this card. Star bathing, I'll read it. Okay, after this. Some people believe, yeah, you may be guided to journey to particular places on earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence. You may also be interested in a practice called star bathing. Oh, I'm already reading this card. Where am I? Of course. This is what I'm reading. Sorry, guys. I thought I was reading this one. Phew, told you, Spacey. It says download a star bathing meditation at www.starseedoracle.me. This card commonly arises because you are here to connect with the crystalline grid of the earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. Oh, this message has been coming in the pick a card readings lately quite a lot. It can, it also can mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate the change of vibration. That is why the solitude hermit energy. This is beautiful. It's all coming together, full circle. And also another circle had to break. And again, give it time. No rush. I think around this period, Spirit is telling you, pay attention to your blessings, be receptive, have gratitude, have a devotional practice in place, ground your energy, focus on your spirituality. Many of you, you're deeply invested when it comes to your spiritual life, and yeah, it's for a reason. Regardless, you're entering a very productive, very happy phase, blessed, abundant. It's like none of your old fears have power over you. None. Also, with the inner temple, it's also giving me your personal temple, that is your body, your physical vessel. Immense purification, and some of you, this union cannot take place, especially not now. Again, I don't even want you to be worried about the prospects of it. No. you are embodying the Queen of Swords energy for a reason, and stick to that. And I feel like many of you, you will understand and you will not resist this shift, this change. And others of you, those of you who have chosen the ace anyway, it's going to be a very devoted kind of connection. Your hearts are connected. Okay? So, of course, it's a split reading. Only take what resonates. I don't say this often in my readings, but today, yes. And if any message makes you feel weird or anxious or any of that, it's not for you. Because it's the kind of message that it will only be some form of a confirmation for you. You already know this, or you have a hint of it. Okay? Anything else? Yeah, crystals. Let's see which crystals will help you. I love it. It's a wonderful reading. Like, you are basically living your role from now on. It's a very exalted positioning and a lot of spiritual support and very mystical creatures, mystical portals, higher light core activation, goes beyond the 12 strands. You will have visions, you'll see things. Stargazing is going to be good for you. Spiritually. I'll pull out three crystals. Bring in everything that will help. Alright, final. Of course, there's going to be a yellow one. Libyan? Yeah, it's Libyan. Gold tektite. Of course, it's a tektite. Thought so. Chrysoprase. Carnelian. Wow. Are you seeing this? Heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral. So this one, Libyan gold tektite. It's crazy because I recently ordered this one. So my theory is, so I've been talking quite a lot about moldavite, right, lately. And this is also a tektite. So tektite is an object that is formed through a meteorite impact, right? So my theory is Libyan gold tektite, let's say, take an example of this. It's like this, right? Yellow. And it is only found in Sahara Desert, Libya, right? So I think the meteorite, when it crashed in that sanded surrounding, which is usually yellow, right? So yeah, it melted into yellow glass on impact, right? And that is why it's yellow. And with this one, moldavite, no one can actually say how it was formed. Okay, no one can really. Like, there are so many theories, and you can only like take whichever you see fits better, right? So with moldavite, it is only found in Czech Republic region, also parts of Germany. But yeah, those parts are foresty. There are trees there. There were trees there. And my theory is, again, on impact, all the wildlife and green life and all that kind of like, turned into glass and became green. And there's another theory that I have. Now, I think this message is coming in because somehow maybe it is connected to the grid work. And there's another form of tektite which is very high frequency. It's called Tibetan tektite, right? We do have that in this deck. I think I should take it out. Yeah, so that one is found in Tibet. And what do we have there? Snow and mountains, right? So my theory is when the meteorite crashed in that mountainous region, it turned black, and it's also silverish oftentimes, that it has this shiny element to it. So yeah, we have a mountainous tektite, we have a foresty tektite, and we have a sandy tektite, and these three are common. This is moldavite, and this is your Tibetan tektite. See, it's kind of like it's a bit glossy, shiny. These are the three tektites that have been really prominent lately, and I think you guys need this. It is connected to the passage. All right, did I read this? It just says banish your blouse, and this one says grow from your heart out. It's happening anyway. And this one says go with your gut. Carnelian. Carnelian is very good if you're an artist, and if you are having some blocks and you need to get back into flow state. Yeah, it's just roam around with a carnelian. It's very important to show love to your crystals. I hope you guys know that. Treat them like you treat your, let's say, pets. Treat them with love, respect. And always activate them, right? When you get your crystals, clean and activate. Set intentions with your crystals. It's always good to make things clear, okay? So some of you, yeah, I think you need to get tektite. And some of you, you need to work on your sacral and heart chakra. That's what I'm seeing here. I know it was a bit, even though it's a great reading, it's a great reading, but seriously, the kind of messages I'm getting, right? It's intense. I need to really figure certain things out, and then only I'll be sharing. But yes, I did share in the best way I could today. So I hope this helps, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and stay blessed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.